Let me see. Where is... I think we are live on YouTube. Dennis, you have to sort out this delay out. So,
I told you what you had to do.
no, the delay on between.
Oh, oh yeah. Not sure about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's something that's on your to-do list.
His honeydew list.
Yes, that's the one. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Cosmic Starseed Academy. These are the Pleiadian Sunday School sessions, and the time is 7 minutes to 8 p.m. here in Ireland, and the date is the 5th of April 2026. And as you can hear in my voice, I have somewhat of a cold. And a couple of updates for everyone. I recently, a couple of months ago, I had a real dream, and I didn't release the information. I kind of sat with it. But recently I did a video the last couple of days about the real dream I had, which was actually a premonition. And I'm so grateful that at the time I told Dennis. I normally do, because I'm aware that I need to share stuff so that I'm very aware that in the past people have come at me and said, well, you didn't record that, or you know, stuff like that. So I always record everything, and I always tell Dennis about the stuff that I don't release as well. So anyway, I had this real dream, this premonition a couple of months ago, and when I woke up, I knew it was a premonition, and it was about all flights everywhere cancelled. There was not one single flight anywhere in on Earth anywhere. And recently, I started to see reports of flights being cancelled and stopped, and in some countries. So I thought, I kind of, obviously linked the two together and thought, oh, okay, so here we are. So I recently released a excuse me. I recently released a video which I really recommend everyone goes to watch, because it's about that, and it's interesting because it reminds me of the time of COVID, when I also had another dream premonition about a year before COVID actually happened, and it was about people not being allowed out. And I was telling someone at the time, and they said, that's not possible. And then a year later, there we were in COVID, not being allowed out. So I know that sometimes the information I get, even to me, I don't see how sometimes it could happen. But then here we are with flights being cancelled and everything going on in the world. So yeah, I highly recommend watching that. It's about 20 minutes, 21 minutes exactly, actually. So anyway, Dennis, will you please begin with the prayers? I'm not going to be here very long this evening because I have a cold and I would like to go and cook some food and take care of myself. Hi, Yuzol. And I want to shout out to everyone on YouTube. Please come and join us on the Substack. It's free to sign up. I am going to be coming off Facebook. And Facebook is not going to be around I'd give it another 5 years and it will be gone. What they're doing is collecting out information, and they're now charging people to either subscribe or use your information. So it's either pay to not use your information, or don't pay and we will be using your information. But I do see within 5 years Facebook will be non-existent. And I even think that is a deliberate thing on Facebook's part choice, kind of self-sabotaging themselves. And I kind of see a connection there between the negative agendas and systems and COVID, and how there was an uprising of awake and aware people that stood up and claimed their sovereignty and their do not consent energy. And so the negative agenda does have some positive unintentional traits where they do help us to raise our consciousness for all of humanity collectively. So there is, a positive side to the negative agenda. They are helping us to step up into a more ascension. Well, they're helping to ignite ascension, but that's not their intention. So, Dennis, will you please begin with the prayers?
Okay. So I will begin with a simple prayer, which has the title or name of the Law of One. And I will say this and repeat it a few times. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks, this is done, it is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks, this is done, it is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am one with all there is, with Mother God, Father God, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks, this is done, it is so. And a short I am mantra. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Okay.
Good evening. We are starting with a few subjects that Soma wasn't expecting us to start with. But your universe is teeming with life of all kinds. Whether it be animal, human, alien, plant, dragon, reptilian. There are numerous experiments in the universe that are far and wide, across planets, across star systems. Everything that is imaginable has been created, good bad, light, dark. Your universe is teeming with life of all kinds in all directions. Over the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 years, some of these will come to light on your planet, such as the physical existence of dragons, the physical existence of unicorns, which many of you have mocked and will continue to mock. But we and others have experimented and created many different types of hybrids, some that worked and some that did not work and needed to be made extinct. And some that were made extinct that should not have been made extinct. Your animals are also part of the ascension process and have become more conscious, become more communicative, have begun to develop and expand their own form of communication. This includes all animals and mammals. Many of you have heard recent stories of dolphins communicating with a certain man and have mocked this, or made light of it, or made fun of it. Even if you have believed it, you have laughed at it because it seems beyond comprehension. It seems beyond reality or reality-based. It seems out there and hallucinogenic, perhaps. Everything in your world is changing. We are changing. You are changing. Even the reptilians are changing. There are extremes of situations coming. We've shared some of this recently with you in a collective reading. About April, May, and June. And if you look back at that video, you will see in the card reading, we were talking about April, May, and June. Those specific 3 months are important, where you need to center yourselves and come away from the fear and the negativity and the doomsday presentation that the media is giving you. And you need to step back into your center and work on your central nervous systems and your Christ consciousness, your center, your core being that you know to be divine, your I am presence. Some of you have been pulled in, even unconsciously, to the fear energy, to the energy of fear to do with money and lack, which is coming through the mainstream media deliberately to try and stop you from raising your frequency or even keeping it at a higher stable position. There are also people around you that you live with that are in this group, that you live with that are fearful of the media and have impacted your energy, and you have absorbed some of their fear, and you are playing that out with others around you. Become more observant, become more aware of this fear that is being created, and step back and become the observer. This is crucial at this time because the negative agenda have upped their game, their media propaganda to do with fear and lack of daily essentials. Step back and observe that you are being played. Energy is contagious and it has fluidity. Be mindful, be aware of what you are, of what you are focusing on. We've often heard Renturus or Christy Clark speak of this, of being mindful of what you are creating. When you have fear around a lack of abundance of money, of essentials, of food, this is what you are creating. And we know that you are more powerful than that. We know that you are creator beings who have been infiltrated, invaded, and really taught to believe that you are far less than you really are. And your information, your history of who you are, where you're from, and why you are on planet Earth has been adapted to suit a certain narrative. Step back into your heart center. Remember who you are. You are God's source. And there is nothing that can, at the highest level, there is nothing that can harm you. We will close there for today. As always, love wins. And as always, we have so much more to share with you. We look forward to doing this more and more and more. Oh, dear, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Hi, yeah, I wanted to know if, I mean, you're not channeling anymore, but they mentioned that the archons are using media to instill fear and doubt. And I was just wondering if they're using any other methods. Like, are they sending out an energetic pulse to blanket society or groups of people to just send like a vibration that is of fear or anything like that, or chaos, or is it just through social media where they're trying to program us?
It's in several different ways. So there's technology that is used um, in a negative way. There are frequencies, there are chemtrails, there are poisons, chemicals, all toxins, all of that. But lately, I've been noticing that, especially with men, that there are. I guess it would be technology that is being used on people and specifically men to get them to do things that are really negative. And I know there was a song, there was a shooting. Um, I think it was one of the first ones in America where there was a school shooting, and there was a song written about it. And it was "I Don't Like Mondays," and that was the person did that because, in my understanding, did that because they were under the control of um, mind altering technology or voice to skull technology that caused them to do a mass shooting in one of the schools in America. And I think that was one of the first ones. So there is lots of targeting going on, and there is lots of people doing things that are under are being targeted to do those things. Some of them are shootings, some of them are rape, some of them are war. I still think Trump's a good guy. Um, yeah, there's lots of infiltration going on at the moment, and possession is a real thing, whether it's possession by a spirit or by possession by mm, technology being used in a negative way. Um, so yeah, there's lots of that going on. Um,
Well, I was just wondering if it's lessened at all, because they only mentioned social media, and I was just, I suppose, being hopeful that they're just limited to that at this point, or they're, because I've always heard that their resources are going to be limited in the end, but that they're going to just, what they have left, they're going to go full steam with.
yeah, and I think that's where we're at now, dear. I think they're going
Yeah.
full stream. I think eventually their resources will dwindle, and
I
um,
was just hoping they're at that point where they're dwindling.
I
I
don't,
think they
yeah,
are, but I don't know.
I don't think they're dwindling quite yet. I think that when thing, I think when Trump has sorted out a lot of the stuff, because I still believe very much that he's um, a good guy, and I think he's very prominent in the war between light and dark with ETs. And I think when he has sorted some of that stuff out, I think their resources will start to dwindle. But I don't think we're quite there yet.
I have to say, I hope you're wrong. Who's ready for this movie to wind up? I'm not using the right term, to wrap up.
I know, enough already. But
That
I think there's some bad times coming. April, May, and June.
Okay, I missed the card reading, so sorry about
Okay.
that.
No, that's okay. Um, have a look back maybe in Substack at some of the, I think it was about a week ago, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Dia, you put a message in the chat. Where is the message you just mentioned about the airplanes? What do you mean?
In the very beginning, you were talking about you had a dream of airplanes not
Oh,
flying anymore.
yes. Yeah,
So where is that?
thanks for asking. It's in I can't speak tonight. It's in Substack. I did it a few days ago, and it's on YouTube. It should be on YouTube.
Well, what is it titled? Is it something like about a dream or
No,
how?
it's called Emergency Call Out.
Okay.
I heard that earlier.
Okay.
I'm listening to that one this morning. Yeah,
I
I met this guy. I met this guy on a Facebook dating app, and it was free, and he was really fascinating in the beginning. But he is a Boeing whistleblower, and he is saying, "Do not fly, do not fly, do not fly." And I can see if I can find that video because it was like in the reels at the top of the Facebook page. I'll see if I can send it to you guys. But that's pretty much all he's saying. He's got stock in Boeing. He knows that they've been approved to fly without being inspected for like 15 years now. And he's been talking about the flights. And he says if you do fly the Airbus, which is a type of plane, which is safer. But he's saying do not fly. So I haven't flown in 5 or 6 years.
And Boeing is the company that Trump is always promoting. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then again, maybe he's just shouting it out for us to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I am going to cook a lovely meal just for myself.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, I'll see you Wednesday, hopefully.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Bye.
And Dia, send me lots of pictures.
Stop the recording a second.